Go for it.
So you guys are just you, adults, may or may not have been introduced to Chinese dumplings, but I wanted to actually share that with you guys. I want to teach you guys how to make it and have a little fun with it. But before we get into the fun part, a little bit of what it is in history. A pot sticker is simply pan-fried dumpling filled with some sort of filling. A little history, at least in Asia, filled dumplings have been around for like 1,800 years. They've been around a long time. The history and where it came from, we don't know entirely, but there is a legend out there that says it was created in Han Dynasty by Zhang Zhongjian. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. But he is also the founder of Chinese herbal medicine. And he made dumplings for the people of his ancestral village, because they were going through a very harsh winter and were suffering from frostbite. He made dumplings, filled them with mutton and medicinal herbs, cooked them off, made them in the shape of an ear, because he noticed the frostbite was more severe on the ears of the people. So he wanted to make it as an ear to help them heal that area. Don't know if it worked, but it created a whole set of food. So, reasons for why you should make them. They're super versatile. You can fill them, when you make them, you can fill them with anything you want. You can make them sweet, you can make them savory, you can fill them with meat, you can fill them with vegetables, anything you want. They're super easy to cook. You can cook them any way you want as well. Steam them, fry them, pan fry them, bake them in the oven. So, just many, many versatile reasons to use it. They're also super freezer friendly. You can make a bunch of them, pop them in the freezer, and you'll always have a snack or a meal at almost any given moment. They're easier to make than they look. They look intricate and tiny, but they're actually really easy to make. And why not? The best reason of them all, they just taste good. So just to show you how versatile and universal they are, every single culture has some variety of a dumpling. The Koreans have mandus, tamales and empanadas from Mexico and South America, pasties from Great Britain, pierogies from Poland. So every culture has some variety. So now let's get down to the fun part, actually making the dumpling. This is the recipe that I'm actually going to be using. It is actually on your handout as well. It's the exact same recipe. There's also another recipe on there for just in case you're not into the vegetables. That's all right, I've got a meat version of it as well. So, I think the toughest part of any of this is actually the prep work. So if you can get the cutting done, everything is smooth sailing from there. The recipe calls for 8 ounces of mushrooms and cabbage. And that, once it's all cut, you want to cook those off pretty quickly, just to drive off a little bit of the moisture so that you don't end up with soggy dumplings. So when you cook dumplings and a lot of these vegetables, a lot of water will be found. So, after it's been cooked, just plop it into a bowl. The next ingredients, I believe, is you add your carrots. I actually did not pack carrots, so I apologize. But I do have green onions. That goes right in. Get my spoon. That goes right in. Your ginger, your garlic. That goes right in. And granted, I am making a much smaller portion than what the recipe calls for, because I'm sorry, I don't want to make that much in a demo. It just seems a little bit of a waste. Add your soy. Add your rice wine vinegar. And mix. That's it. Once it's all mixed and combined, it is ready to go. So now let's get to the really fun part. Who wants to help me wrap? I'm going to need 2 volunteers to come up here and help demonstrate. Come on up. Mondalia? Come on up. So, let's get this laid out. One napkin for you. One napkin for Mondalia. Fingers. Here we go. Here we go. And I think there's another napkin somewhere. That's all right. I don't need one. I'll just use the wrapper. All right. So we just need about a teaspoon of filling. You don't want to go overboard, because if you overstuff them, it's just unruly and hard to manage. Okay, a little bit in the middle. Nice. to my food. So what you want to do is just pick them up, hold it in hand. Pretend you're holding a taco. So pinch your thumb, index finger right in the middle, and your middle finger kind of helps brace it. So right there a little bit. You can use your pinky to help support. Oh, actually I forgot, sorry. Before you do, the water is actually your glue. So what you do is dip your finger in the water, and that helps to seal the pot sticker. So you can have to dry your finger on the tissue there. Okay, good to go. So back to the holding that method, just pinch. Did not expect it to drip. So pinch a corner, so pinch the corner right there. Take this hand, gently pinch that corner, and if it drips, it's okay. That's why the napkin's there. Okay, create a crease, pinch that down, pinch it across, and your index finger can kind of help keep the filling in place. So pinch it, crease, pinch, crease. It's okay. If you don't crease, it's still fine. You can add them later. Add a crease, pinch, and then just seal it all the way. It's all good. It looks great. I think I might have added a little too much soy in this batch, but that's okay. Kind of the fun of cooking. It's always a little messy. All those look great. Yay! Thank you guys so much. Now I know that was only 2 people. Everybody else didn't get to see what I saw and what they see, but I've got a nice video for you guys. So here we go, and I'll talk you through it. Just plop the filling in the middle, kind of wrangle it if you need to. Little water on the edge to help seal the dumpling. Hold it, like I said, hold it like if you're going to hold a taco. Index finger in the middle, help corral, pinch it close, create a crease. Pinch, crease. Like I said, if you need to corral the filling, it happens. Create a crease. Create a pinch. And once you're completely, everything's sealed, you can kind of redistribute the filling and kind of seal off the creases, and you've made a dumpling. What to do afterwards? Well, you got, like I mentioned earlier, you can freeze them. They are super freezer friendly. So just freeze them in one single layer, and you're all ready to go. Cooking time is exactly the same as if you were cooking it straight. So how to actually cook them? Really simple, and this is a kind of a dual cooking technique where you steam and fry at the same time. Just heat a pan up, add oil. When the oil is nice and shimmery, where it's hot, add in the pot stickers. Add just enough water to kind of cover the pot sticker about 1/3 of the way up. Pop a lid on it, let the water just boil off. If you need to up the temperature a little bit, that's totally fine. Once all the water's gone, leave it in the pan for about 30 more seconds just to brown the bottom. Check for brownness. Golden brown and delicious. Serve and eat. Sample for everybody to have. Quick reference and special thanks because my husband asked me to put that in. He wanted credit for all the videotaping.